on this live today. It has been a very special kind of trauma for me, I must admit. I don't know what any of these buttons on the side do, so I'm muting microphones, retouch on, yes, because we do need that. Let's see what this, at least 1 minute of content is needed to create a short, okay. And welcome to the live chat. Okay, all right, well, what it do, boo? We getting started. I am so grateful to have the opportunity to share any information that will be valuable with any human being. My purpose in life is to help people. And so I believe that any way that I can do that with whatever job I have at the time, that it is my duty to do that. And so I am a mindset coach. My name is Maya Griggs. I am from Atlanta, Georgia, currently residing in Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to everybody who lives in Atlanta. And for the past 15 years, I have been working as a criminal defense attorney. I am an expert at complex litigation. I am also a mother. I have a 17-month-old girl. And so there are a lot of exciting changes. Serial entrepreneur, hippie, all things included. And so I have started my YouTube journey. And if you are already subscribing to my channel, I thank you. I'm going to be producing more and more content as I learn, obviously, spending the first part of my profession, or as of my working life, should I say, working in such a intense environment. It's good to be still implementing the opportunity to help people, but to do it in a different way. I am passionate about travel. I enjoy long walks on the beach. And the main thing is I am happy. Okay. When I tell you that I am a happy person, and that is a flex, and also it's not a flex, okay? It's a flex because, man, isn't that really what we want? Don't we all want to be happy? Aren't we seeking this ideal of whatever happiness can be? I think we all are, and so I think it's important to take the opportunities that you can to do the things that you need to do to invest in yourself and your happiness, so that you can make it all worthwhile. What's the point of being stressed out, slaving at these jobs, being everything to everybody? Hey, how you doing, Thuggy Hayes? And hola, yeah, what's the point of doing all those things if you aren't going to enjoy your life? So I see that some people have hopped on. Thank y'all so much for joining. Make sure you're subscribing to my channel. I've got all types of do I believe in a parallel universe? Now, that ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Ooh, what does this button do? Let me see. Green screen. Okay. Not me having a green screen in the background, but it's okay. It really is okay. But what's that little thing behind me? Oh, that's my hair. But yeah, anywho, so I like I said, I live in Atlanta, Georgia. For the people who are on here, I have produced this really cool show that was just a conversation with people that I have known for a number of years, talking about relationships and stuff like that. So if you have the opportunity to hop on, get involved, listen to those things, I really appreciate it. But let's get to the reason why we're here today. I want to know if there is anyone here who has ever hired or thought about hiring a personal trainer. So specifically, have you ever, hired a personal trainer? Anybody, let me know if you've ever hired one. Not too fast, don't run to the comments. Well, let me say this. When you're thinking about hiring a personal trainer, like why would you hire a personal trainer? What would be the point of hiring a personal trainer? And I'll tell you what it is. Motivation, accountability. Hey, it's your girl Brinley. This is not about Trump. Get out of my live. When I'm over here trying to be, what I'm saying, trying to share good information. Go find somebody else to troll, okay? I don't have time. Thanks. So anyways, So when you're looking to decide whether or not to hire a personal trainer, I know for me, I actually have one. It is for, accountability. I like the team building aspect of it. And I feel like our mind needs that same type of training and energy. Our mind needs the same type of intentionality that we put into our bodies and our physicality. We're posting on social media sites on a consistent basis and using filters and trying to figure out how we can get better with our finances and trying to figure out how we can get better with whatever it is. But you don't see as much energy being put into your mindset, your thoughts, when at the end of the day, I think that that's really all that, separates people. It is the things that you are thinking and, how you're able to be intentional with the things that you're seeking to do. And so I think that, physical strength is important, but, not necessarily as important as your mental strength. That's why you see people who are, small and in stature able to accomplish all these big things. Um, you need somebody, Muhammad, get out of my life. I thought I addressed you when I addressed Bree Lynn. That's not what I'm talking about. I am on here to talk about mindset. And if you want to talk about whatever you're trying to talk about, you go find somebody who wants to talk about that. Or you can go live and talk about that on your live. But this is not what my content is about. And I only got a couple more minutes to get through what I'm talking about on my notes that I prepared. I don't care if you need my advice. Get off of my live. Okay? Okay? That's not the energy I'm in. Okay, when I'm talking about, your mental fitness, right, and whether or not you're able to gather yourself and accomplish the things that you need to accomplish, then shut up, none of business. You can't even write. You need to go get a job, okay? Indeed is hiring. Go do something else because I'm not. It's not okay. Just seriously, I wonder, can I block you? Let's. There we go. Nope, I deleted your message. Let's see if I can delete you. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Now, hopefully the TikTok police will come and find you and they will remove you so that I can mind my business, okay? And I hope that they take the app from you because I am not about negativity. I am about positivity. But if you need to address the situation, you should address the situation. So what I want everybody to do is to rate themselves. This is for your own personal work, okay? I'm going to have a list of a couple things. I want you to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 as it relates to these things. First thing, how well do you handle curveballs? So you're going to work, you're doing whatever you need to do, you're trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to muster through this? How well do you handle curveballs? Second, how often do I talk myself out of going for what I really want? How often do you talk yourself after going for what you really want? Do I feel in control of my future? Are you in control of your future? Do you feel out of control? Are you spinning out of control? And how much energy do you have for your own life? So are you handing your energy out to other people? Are you, helping, your mother, cousin, sister, friend, but not taking time to focus in on your dreams and your aspirations? Are you in a space where you feel like, you wish you had I wish I had done X, Y, and Z, and you haven't accomplished those things in your life? And if you're one of those people and you're feeling that way, you are the type of person that could benefit from having a mindset coach. So let me tell you these things. I know that everybody is kind of like, ooh, what's a life coach? What's the purpose of doing those things? Well, the purpose of having somebody that you're working with who is able to help you strategically accomplish whatever you set your mind to, that's the most powerful thing that you can do, right? Like, let's be real. Most of us are dealing with being lazy, being unfocused. You can't figure out, what your passions are. You can't figure out what your dreams are. Kind of just meandering through life, right? I've had experience with clients and with friends who've told me that they have no idea what they're passionate about. They have no idea how to organize their thoughts. They have no accountability. They have no way of kind of narrating and navigating through the complexities of life. And so, what a coach is, and all these people who, however, whatever they want to identify themselves as, what that is a person who will set an intention to assist you and help you through everything that you want to do. So for me, being a person that is just naturally positive, like I am a self-help psycho. Okay, I have been reading self-help, self-improvement, self-care books before it was even cool, and implementing those things in my life. And I'm extremely thankful for them because I have survived some things that were extremely traumatic. I've had a lot of loss, a lot of death, things that would have taken another person out and may have made them extremely negative or extremely hateful. Questioning my own, responsiveness, like, or my own value as a person, like if you were on the live earlier or if you watch this back, you'll see that, I'm on here giving it to the people being negative in the comments. And so even in that's something in the past in my life I would have criticized myself about because, I'm like, we're supposed to be nice. We're supposed to do this. You have all these pressures from society about who you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to be. And at the end of the day, what you need to do is satisfy yourself. You need to be selfish. You need to be happy. It needs to be worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I've got to get up every day and go to this job, if I have to, do all of these things, pay my taxes, you know what I'm saying? Not push old ladies, not, you know what I'm saying? Not be out here spewing profanity out on the side of the street. There needs to be something that I am getting in return. And so I think mainly, I want you to think about whether or not, these are things that you could benefit from. Now, I will tell you that I have always been high functioning, and to tell you that you can be high functioning as a person and still be stuck. I, as I mentioned, am a criminal attorney, but I've worked for other firms. I've been in places where my job was everything about my life, that I wasn't, traveling or even my nails, right? Like, I have on a leopard shirt and pink nails and pink glasses, and I am 124% myself. And that comes from the amount of intentionality and the years of work that I've done to build up myself and my character and my mindset. I believe that the reason why everyone has all these cliches, as a man thinketh, so is he. But wait a minute, but that's not cliche. That's biblical. But you know what I'm saying. That talk about your thoughts, the secret, all of these things. Those things I believe are because it's the truth, right? If you're a negative Nancy and you're walking around spending your life negative and stuck in a rut and that's how you want to be, I'm like, go off, okay? If you believe that you cannot, if you believe that it's going down, look, enjoy you, okay? Because you and I are not on the same planet. And I don't think that people should waste their time and their energy in alignment with things that are not for them. But I think that if you go and you do studies and you look at successful people and you look at happy people and you look at people who that you may admire, most of, what you'll find in common is they'll talk about confidence. They'll talk about their belief that they can accomplish whatever they could accomplish, whatever it is that they have endeavored to accomplish. You hear them talk about, the amount of dedication that it takes, how consistent you have to be, and all of those things. Where do you think people learn how to do those things? If you're not innately strong at managing money, right, you hire somebody to help you manage your money. If you know that you are not a great chef, if you have the resources, you're going to hire a chef. If you know that you don't, know about menus and nutrition, you hire a nutritionist. You go to the doctor. You have an expert that helps you with everything that you accomplish. And so what I'm endeavoring to do is to, let the cat out the bag. People are accomplishing the things that they are accomplishing because they are busting their butts and they are investing. Every person that that you may admire that's super successful, look up to see whether or not they have a coach. The answer is yes. Okay? Because some people naturally they're able to do certain things. Some people, they're not, right? So the people who are not, hey, if you're not able to organize, if you're not super motivated, if you are trying to figure out how to start your business, if you've lost loved ones, if you've lost friends, if you've been through divorce, things that you need to work through that are outside of counseling, but they have to do with your thinking, if you're always thinking negative things, if, all of that is work. Right? That is work that you consistently do. And that's what, you can do through hiring a trainer. So listen, most women are told to pray about their problems, right? You going through something, pray about it, journal it, go on a trip, stay strong, sister. I got you. But what you really need is a plan. Okay? Like it's not going to magically get better if you are not willing to work. You have to be willing to invest the time and energy in yourself. And so I think that it's important that you invest in those things and that you connect with people who can put you on the path that you need to be on to be able to move forward. And that's where a person like me would come in. That's what I would bring. It's strategy to whatever your goal is, whatever you need to accomplish, whatever you're seeking to accomplish, so that this life that you're living can be your best life. It can be your happiest life. It could be whatever you endeavor it to be. It could be whatever your wildest dreams can be your reality. I absolutely believe that. And I challenge everybody here, look, follow me wherever the buttons are. I don't know how this live is going to post. Follow me and just watch. Right? Like, I'm trying to give out the game for free right now. I'm on YouTube live talking about something that I am passionate about. And I believe that hiring a mindset coach is like hiring a personal trainer. That it is investing in you. Okay? It is the same thing. Personal trainer, mindset coach, right? It is the strategies and the plans, and these things will set you free. And the difference between hiring a personal trainer and hiring a mindset coach is that way you eat those donuts, that's going to come back. But when you learn how to deal with life, how to prioritize, what you even want, right? Like that's the big thing. A lot of people don't even know what they want. Once you learn what you want, there is no limit to the things that you can do. And so don't wait until you're burnt out, broke down, right? Do it now. Get into training now. If you don't have the resources to hire a mindset coach, then, follow somebody like me on YouTube. I'm sure there are tons of people who are providing this level of information and, will be able to take you to where you need to go. There are tons of books that I could recommend. If you're going through certain things, I read a book called Why Bad Things Happen to Good People. That's a really good book. I tell you what, DM me, hit me up. You can hit me up on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I've got plenty of content on it. Most of it's lighthearted. I'm going to be doing more coaching content. Some of the content is going to be about the job that I'm retiring from. I said earlier in the live that I am a criminal attorney. I've been practicing 15 years in the state of Georgia, and so I am retiring from that because I have all of the jobs. I'm a criminal attorney. I also am a mindset coach, and also I'm a content creator. And so if you look at any of my videos, you'll see the things that I've done. I recently released a Kick It with Maya. It's a conversation about dating and relationships with a group of my friends. It's really dope. I'm going to release another episode this month, and so be on the lookout for that. So listen, if you want to connect, if you want to talk, DM me, coach, or level up. We could organize a free one-on-one session. I want you to sign up so you can get more information on this YouTube live coaching, what you want to hear, let me know. Okay. And so if any of you who are watching this, if you're ready to tag in, if you know that a coach is what you need, I don't need anything from you. But if you are one of those, go to my website. You can sign up, look at the options, look at the packages. We could talk about that. But if you're not in that space, there's coaching on here. So I appreciate you guys so much for watching. This whole process has been the ghetto with trying to get on this live. So hopefully I can upload a thumbnail after this. I'm releasing a video, okay, tonight I did a synopsis of the Diddy trial. So be on the lookout. Watch that. I appreciate y'all.